Attila, and this tutorial video will cover how to label your 3D printed anatomical models. So labeling is an important feature of the Mimics Innovation Suite, particularly for models that are used in a patient care setting. Being able to apply a label is important for quality and traceability of these models, whether it's applying a unique identifier to associate that model with a specific patient, or labeling can also be used in order to communicate virtual planning that may have taken place on that model, such as mirroring of contralateral anatomy. So let's take a look at how we apply a label with the Mimics Innovation Suite. So I have a 3D reconstruction already created from a CT dataset. This was created in Mimics. I've immediately ported this over to 3matic. And this is a model of the left atrium. You can see the left atrial appendage here. And this is an increasingly popular use case of 3D printing. There's a number of minimally invasive devices for occluding the left atrial appendage. And by using a 3D printed model, it can help to properly prepare and size that device in order to properly occlude the ostia of the left atrial appendage. So let's take a look at how we apply a label to this model. I'll go to the Finish tab, select the Quick Label tool, and in the Operations menu here I can enter any text that I want to apply. There's a number of other parameters that I can indicate, but in order to apply the label to the model, I'll simply left-click on the surface, and you'll see that label embossed on the surface of the model. If I want to apply a debossed label, I simply hold my Control key when I apply the label, and that will deboss the label into the surface of the anatomy. Some other options, so if I'm using a multi-material 3D printer, if I'm using, for example, a polyjet technology, and I want the label in a different material than the surrounding anatomy, I can simply click this Create New Part option, and this will result in a new STL for the label independent of the anatomy. Similarly, if I want to leverage multicolor 3D printing capabilities, what I can do is I can simply set my font depth to 0. I can apply the label as I've previously demonstrated simply by left-clicking on the surface. And once that label's been applied, I can simply, in my object tree, find that label, and I can then apply a separate color to that label. So there I don't have any embossing or debossing on the surface, but I've simply applied a coloring via a different surface on the anatomical model. Lastly, if I'm interested in leveraging the labeling tool for a branding opportunity, we also allow drawings or logos to be used. So for example, if I go back to my Quick Label menu, I can simply select the drawing method. I can toggle to a DXF file, and again I can simply apply this in the same way, left-clicking on the surface of the model in order to apply that logo. So thanks again for watching. This tutorial video covered how to apply labels to your anatomical models, and thanks again for your attention.